As you may already know, Georgia is the #1 producer of pecans in the nation. And as the crop gets to be more in demand, it benefits Georgia growers as well as the state's economy. In 2016, however, we witnessed firsthand the many challenges that growers faced. The Monitor's Mark Wildman takes a look back.
Every year as the leaves change and winter approaches, pecan orchards around the state are buzzing with activity. Harvest equipment moves through the orchards, and one of Georgia's most valuable commodities are gathered up and shipped to consumers all over the world. This year was a challenge, though, for many growers, as dry weather took its toll on many pecan orchards.
It's been great harvest conditions, but it has caused some issues with some varieties, especially Stewart, opening up and those shucks splitting. They've been a little bit delayed. Stewart has a little bit of a problem with that anyway. It has a kind of a delayed shuck split. But when you throw a heavy crop and dry weather on top of that, it causes it to be even a little more delayed.
Along with dry weather, storms moved through the pecan growing areas of the state and caused numerous problems for growers.
Of course, we had 2 storms come through. September, and then I think early October we had another one. That one turned out to be the worst, Hurricane Matthew, where we had pretty much from around Baxley going up through Tattnall County on up into Screven County, kind of along that line. There was some significant damage. I've heard in Tattnall County, I've heard a lot of orchards, 10 to 30% of the trees in those orchards being knocked down from the wind.
In and around Waycross, there was plenty of damage that cost growers a lot of time and money.
We spent about 5 weeks cleaning up. That would be cumulative from both storms. Certainly added labor costs to the bottom line that we were not anticipating having to pay. There are some farms that have called and just said they're not doing anything. Some farms that will be out of business due to the fact that they have lost 75 to 80% of their trees due to the hurricanes. It took about 50% of our crop out, plus added labor cost. Overall, I'm going to be positive about it and say that I think we're setting up for a very good crop next year. I do believe that the crop loss in the eastern Georgia pecan belt would be beneficial to the price in that it has reduced overall Georgia volume by a fair margin.
Over the years, pecans have grown in popularity overseas, and a large percentage of the crop is exported to China. And even though there are thousands of new acres being planted in Georgia, it will be years before these orchards start producing. So the future is very bright for Georgia pecans. Reporting for the Georgia Farm Monitor, I'm Mark Wildman.